Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4! We're playing the Death or Dishonor expansion. We're playing as Communist Yugoslavia, and, you know, we're doing okay. It's still kind of a critical equipment shortage, and we've been consolidating our divisions recently, and we'll probably have to keep doing that. We should probably do more than that. I mean, we can't have a bunch of half-strength units kicking around. It is pretty bad. So who do we get rid of to clear things up? Well, I guess we got some more green divisions that are going to be a little while before they promote. So that seems like a half-decent place to start. So let's disband you. Spent all this time building dudes. Well, it was important. We needed enough divisions to hold the first attack. But now what we need to do is consolidate so that we can get our equipment together. I mean, we'd be, if this were EU4, we'd be hitting that consolidate button a whole lot right now. How is our production? Well, it's actually not bad. Again, Thessaly over here, these factories being blown up is fine because it's mostly just civilian unrest. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, if I had more support gear, like, it would not be bad. Well, you know what I should do? This is what I should do. I'm going to edit you. Add MP. I keep a lot of cavalry in here. And this is just going to be a hardcore military police division. I don't already have one like that, right? No, that's the one I'm modifying now. Yeah. Save. Train. We're going to get 2 of you. I don't know how we're going to do that. Because you have no equipment. Although I'm not entirely sure you need equipment, oddly enough. You know what I should do? There's no reason to train these guys. I know they're nearly done. I could deploy them. But really all they're doing is occupying equipment that could go to the rest of the dudes. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to increase the priority on these. I want the military police. So they're going to be a higher priority for gear. I mean, no gear. There we go. Get some in there. Oh! You can be shitty gear, though. You can be shitty, out-of-date equipment. That's okay. Your lowest priority for getting new bits back. We just want you to get trained quickly, and then we can dump you. We're going to dump one in each of these 2 provinces, and that should probably kill all the unrest, I bet. We'll see. Cavalry have a lot better suppression than infantry. I don't know if there's anything we can do about this. Yeah, cavalry just do pretty good suppression-wise. So that's why I'm using them there. We really don't want to lose the river. Are you... Okay, looks like the Soviet infantry is going to be joining in there. Because we'd hate to lose Zagreb over here. Has this really been pushed back here? Okay, the defense is still going okay. Things could be a lot worse. Things are certainly holding here. And yeah, that's our overall goal. Looks like we're going to lose that spot, but that's not really a significant thing. Hell, it's plains. I'm actually thinking, you know what we're going to do? We're going to intentionally bail out a little sooner. Save some stuff. 14k in the hole for infantry equipment is not as bad as we were, so we have strengthened our divisions a wee bit. Tank battalion. I still like this idea to get some punch. What are you stealing? Not much. A little bit of infantry equipment, but not much. It's the motorized is the most significant part. I think it's still okay to build a couple of those. That's going to be a-okay. We could trim down the MP divisions to have fewer cavalry units and save some equipment there, but I think it's going to be okay to have the punch. I don't know if we're going to need, like, the stronger airborne. You know what? I think it's time for us to do the Air Force stuff. Especially if we get those doctrine discounts before we actually finish the doctrine tree. That would be helpful. And if we can unlock the Icarus thing, we can get the light aircraft designer. And that might be very handy for us. So we're mostly continuing to hold in most places. Some difficulty here, but not too bad. How's the air situation? Do we really have air superiority in the Balkans, the Northern Balkans? It's kind of surprising, given the numbers, but... Did we finish those extra radars? Yeah, we did. That is very helpful. Very helpful. Would love to have more, but I don't know. Maybe give us a couple of years. This war will still probably be raging at almost exactly the same battle lines here. Soviets are holding here, which is also very nice. I mean, I don't expect they'll be able to push back against Germany unless, again, if they somehow run out of manpower, everything will change. Seeing a lot of green. They're gonna... Oh, this is still the place where they're trying to push through here, where I manually retreated my forces a while ago. And they haven't gone through yet. Well, we might be able to help this out. Why am I doing this? It's fine. Just lose it. It's the plains. Why would we want to defend against the plains? So, yeah, that's okay. This one here has been going on for a while. This is also... Actually, that's, what, forced? No, don't show me the division. Yeah, it is forced. We do got a bit of a defensive bonus. It's a little dicey, but not too bad. 14k. Oh, actually, the deficit shrunk a little bit. So we're making some progress with our infantry equipment. Amazing. Can I deploy these guys? Not yet. Let's get that fort in Slovenia fixed. Keep those defensive bonuses up. I mean, they're only level 1 forts. It's what, I think it's like a 15% penalty to attackers. That's still a pretty huge bonus. I mean, if we did go and like max out our forts here, then we could hold this with very few troops. Which is something that might be worth considering. So I'm still not going on the attack. Yeah, because we don't have the full strength. So why would we do that right now? Just keep burning things off. Again, there's a few little things, but mostly what we're doing is successfully defending over and over and over again. And hopefully, losing fewer troops. Oh, there we go. Look at Germany. Last time we checked, they were sitting at about 2 million. Now they're 4 million. They've climbed dramatically. And we haven't increased our losses that much. Soviets pretty much where it was. I think ours grew a little bit. But yeah, we're doing the right thing here. We're just trying to grind down. We're going to win this war by climbing over a wall of German corpses and driving to Berlin. I mean, that's a little grim, but... I mean, frig, it's war, man. War is hell. Can we deploy you? Not yet. I think we need 20% or something to throw you out. I don't know if their experience matters for the military police suppression effect. I actually have no idea. Oh, looks like we're going to push there. And actually, that would be quite nice, because then we get the river control. We still haven't retaken Arad, but that's going to be okay, and then you're doing that. So yeah, we'll just assist there, attack from a few different angles, and I think that's worth doing. Doesn't really extend our battle lines at all, because it just shifts our having to hold here to holding here. Then we get the defense one side. It is just plains. So again, you get that vulnerability. It'd be really great if we could also take this, because then we control this little corner here. We might be able to mount a second attack once that's happened. I'm actually surprised that the Soviets are pushing through here successfully across the river. I could jump in on that, I suppose, and assist, but I'm not convinced it's that helpful. I think our assault here got halted, so apparently that's not going to be a thing. You know what? We'll go ahead and we'll assist. Open up a second front despite the river crossing. Throw a couple extra bullets on there if they're trying to make things happen. Most likely they won't hold it. It is hills, though! So we might be able to do a little bit more. Improved anti-tank. Okay, so we're late 41. I'm still going to hold off on the infantry equipment because I don't want to lose. I don't want to reset our rating. We could do something crazy and go way ahead of time in the next level of mountain thing. It'd be nice if we had... I don't think we've got anything like that. Like, anti-ahead of time bonuses. Because we had the mountain brigades here, which is a 75% discount, but that's it. It would be amazing if we could do something like that, but it is not to be. So, then, what? You're still doctrining? You're still doctrining? I suppose we could dig another one of these. Well, we're not doing tactical bombers. We're not doing ground support right now. We don't have the support planes, so that's not very helpful. We're almost in 42. Let's say next level radar, but you know what? I'm going to go and do this. I think ultimately it will pay off for more research overall. How are you? I guess because there's no supply down here? That's the infrastructure problem. Mostly because it's been beat to shit. Wow. Yeah, that's really... We gotta repair 6 over here? That's really bad. And presumably there's still bomber runs. I mean, there's none going on right now, though, so that much is good. If we could somehow get ahead of things this way, it'd be really nice to, yeah, to go ahead and build up the radars. And I wonder if there's anything we can push here. No, why would I? Again, defend. Oh, no one's attacking anywhere. It's actually a nice little breather for us. They must be reorganizing their battle plan for something. There's too many if we decide to go in there. Unless the Soviets are attacking somewhere, we're not going to do it. And here, they're attacking across the river. Like, we'd have to help out across the river. That's a doomed attack, so that's fine. Keep getting little naval invasions, but we're holding. Luckily, like, after pushing back those Canadian forces, then the British came in. Because that was a little scary. They could have potentially continued to land troops. I mean, it's a long way for them. They were probably troops from down here, something like that. It's hard to believe they could have transported troops all the way around. You know, they've lost Gibraltar and everything, so... But they could have potentially reinforced even more, and that would have been terrifying. So I'm so happy we pushed that back. And yeah, now we're just chilling. Look at this. Only 10k in the hole for infantry equipment. We're definitely going ahead. We're going to have to change our production for artillery. It's probably worth going ahead and doing. We keep running into this of like... The thing is, our tech research rate's actually really good. I think I'm going to get the opportunity for level 3 radar. I think that'll be good. And the artillery. You know what? We're not very much in the hole anymore with our artillery. I actually think it's going to be perfectly fine to go to the next tier. And we can create variants for artillery? No, we can't. We're going to do that. So we lose a lot of production efficiency. But we were mostly caught up. We could use a scooch more steel coming in here, so we'll do that. That's actually quite surprising. Oh, I think I had a second queue for artillery. It's not doing anything right now, though, so I'm just going to cancel that second production line. That's going to be A-OK. Okay, you're okay. I know that, like, naval invasion sound is just awful. It's just awful. Like, apparently at PDXCon, the sound designer did apologize for that, which is kind of funny. So we still have about 300k manpower. I'm not recruiting any more troops, though. It'd be great if we could have not taken the 10% hit to our production output for the manpower laws, but I don't think we had much of an option. Whoa! Axis just started a new attack plan, but we are defending everywhere. Battlefield support. We don't do naval missions. We don't do strategic bombing. Interception detection might be okay, but it feels like there's not as much to do here. We're not going to start the 44. I could start researching combat support, close air support. It sucks that we don't have a discount. I can't believe, like... Because we are in the research agreement. We did it... You can get it by doing a continuous focus over here with technology sharing, but we got it through an idea. We've got right here. Technology sharing should already be a thing. So I don't know. Alright, you know what? Let's research this, so at least it's done. Gonna be okay. So, that attack there is not working. Oh, we took Arad. I would love to reinforce that and try to hold it. Gotta hold it long enough to get some dig in. What's the landscape here? I don't think it looks urban. I don't... Just want to mouse over the landscape itself. What if I click it? Plains. Yeah, it's not urban, so it is harder to hold. Holding the control point. Well, it gives us... I think you get a little bit of supply that comes out of there, so it actually would be a little alleviating some of our supply problems in this end. So all our defenses are working okay. We still haven't made the big push there. Yeah, equipment's gotten a lot better. Do we start something else? These guys have a lot of gear. I wonder if we can manage something. They're being attrition a little bit. I mean, I can hit the button and see what happens. Strength is lower for the silver group, so I don't think I'd do it that one. But the red group, because they got higher priority for stuff. Do we try to go for a punch? How are these tanks? I mean, we can bring them in. They'd be green and without all their gear, so it feels like the answer is no. Do we have anything that's about to change anything? Forward observers actually would be kind of handy. The support weapons would also be quite handy, so I guess we'll just keep waiting for now. The war's going in our favor, so we're not under any kind of pressure to make a move. Hey, we've got a net win on our anti-tank now, which is nice. We don't have that many divisions that use anti-tank, but we've got a handful of them. The goal, ultimately, is going to be to distribute anti-tank guns to all of our infantry divisions to really help us punch back against Germany here. It's funny, when you zoom out, it looks like there's a gap here, but it's just the way the numbers get consolidated, which is fine. I mean, I totally understand why that is. It does just look funny. We have quite a few troops here. What is this? I think it would be quite nice. And then... yes, well, I guess I don't have that many. And I don't know if the Soviets will actually initiate anything. I'm going to move you and do that. There we go. Yeah, they're jumping in here. Good. And just make our line a little bit more manageable. They're attacking over here, which is going to weaken these guys. It might not work out, depending on how things get moved. Yeah, it looks like it's not going to be a thing. Well, maybe. You never know. Pinch those bulges out. How are we doing over here? It looks like the Russians are mostly just holding everything. No weird naval invasions over here have occurred. No, that's good. Got that. Yeah, it's so important to have these garrisons just guarding your shores. It is absolutely of massive critical importance. Yeah, we might still do this. I mean, we're not doing any sort of encirclements, which would be really nice. But there's not a vulnerability, especially without like a strong tank army that can just punch through somewhere and then come around both quickly and with a lot of breakthrough. There's not a lot of opportunity for us to do something like that. But I mean, I can't complain about how things have gone. Let's see what happens. Yep. There's a chance. Probably too early to see anything. But, oh, they have air superiority. That's too bad. Yeah, they certainly do. We really can't change our plane situation here. We don't have much in the way of planes. We did bring down our production a lot. Maybe we can lend-lease some from the Soviets? Probably not. Request lend-lease fighters? No. That's cool, bro. I understand. It's fine. I didn't expect you to have it available. Oh, we got pushed back over there. But as long as we hold on to a rod. Made a little bit of progress. But this is, you know, this is the middle of that war. There's not a whole lot of action. We just got to be very satisfied with the fact that we're not losing much. Oh my lord! Free France. Well, well, well. Modernized Air Force is done. Oh yeah, we were going to go down to... yeah, we can get cheaper license production, but no, we'll go local developers, and then we'll pick up the Icarus thing so we can get the light plane producers, and maybe we can change some of our queues around. My god, we're ahead on artillery. That's despite changeover 3. So there's a lot waiting for an upgrade, but that's really good news. Okay, you did the annexation. Yeah, I noticed that you were doing that as your idea. What are you doing now? War with Japan. Well, I think you're already at war with Japan. Befriend Turkey. See, that could be dangerous. I think Befriend Turkey is just going to start influencing them towards fascists, but probably a lot of time before they actually go that way. So we've got time before we have to worry about defending over there. We took Venice. I wonder, is there any way I could wrap around? No, infantry's too slow to do anything like that. And probably just going up to and holding the river is fine. We don't want to extend our lines too much. Defending in the river, especially in here, if we can defend in the mountain on the other side of the water, that will be particularly fantastic. Let me redraw your front line here. Or offensive line. That's what we're trying to achieve, right there. So our silver group's spreading out a little bit thinner. There's going to be a point very soon where we combine silver and red, or split the line somehow differently. I just noticed there's like nothing here. I'm going to extend silver over that way. I mean, we still have the Soviet forces in here, so it's not the worst. But yeah, we can pull the silver line back here. And that actually might not be a bad idea to do that now. Which one's silver? This one? There you go. Mostly it's the knobs because it sort of blinks and it's very confusing. But if you look at the knobs, it's not too bad. So we'll move the silver forces back here and let red just hold this line. So yeah, so we get less overlap over here and we're, you know, maybe a little thinner, but not much. Not much. Naval invasion, air superiority. Alpine region. It sucks, but there it is. A Greek naval invasion here. How does that change things? I think I still want to push up to here because of the river. But then if we start to push south, crossing 2 rivers, do we do the paratrooper thing? Getting air superiority here would be tricky. I suspect Italy's going to knock these guys out. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of presence there. But it is a nice distraction. Very, very much appreciated. Germany's closing in on 5 million. Soviet Union has barely budged. Got an extra 15k or so since the last time I checked, but that's not that much. It's only 15,000 human beings. I mean, who cares, right? Now that's a bold move there, Cotton. These garrison pawns have some funny behavior sometimes because of the way that I've got them like flagged for different regions. Still, worst case scenario, they're just going to get pushed back. I don't think we've got a garrison job in here, actually. I'm just going there for some suppression, I think. Oh, which, actually, let's do this. Get the ports and things going on. We can probably get the MPs out. Yes, we can. So, let's take a look at our resistance map mode. Actually, and add you here. And what I'm going to do, instead of set you on garrison duty, I'm just going to tell one of you to probably get in the city, and the other one's going to get maybe in Athens itself. So both these guys should have some pretty strong suppression. So let's see how that works out for us. Meanwhile, attacking across the river here can't possibly work out, right? Yeah. Now that's interesting. Dangerous naval invasion. But there's troops all over here. I mean, they might be landing on Trieste, which would be a little sucky. We do have some garrisons moving over here. I think if they landed here, we'd be able to bop them back pretty quickly. Forward observers, very handy. Recovery rate, more organization. Yeah, we definitely need to keep going up. The doctrine branch, we have tons of XP, but we're not really redesigning tanks right now. Next nation I play, I'll clearly have to be one that's got a lot more. That. Okay, let's go and purge this. If we get rid of all the suppression somewhere, because a lot of the unrest that happens here is probably spilling over from another region. That happens quite often. So if you take care of the central problem, then it stops being a problem mostly anywhere. Yeah, we are going to get that, and that leads us to an interesting place. Where now all of a sudden we're side by side with the allies that have landed here. And I think it would be a mistake to attack these guys right away. Like, there's no reason to do that. There might be some conflict. No, German unit here, okay. Like, fighting might happen just because AI moving around. But, oh, they got bopped. Never mind. They just got bopped. They're gone. So it's a moot point. I was going to say, it'd be great if they just keep taking Italian aggression. And then I could move into Bologna over here. Something like that. So we are attempting to get across this river. And if we do, we can definitely move forward to Bologna as well. Well, I mean, attacking into a city is always tricky, but it's a possibility. Let me move the silver line back over this way. And the red line further here. And the red line offense is no longer there. We're actually looking to do something like this. Ooh, successful attack moving in there. That's great. How are we doing equipment-wise? Only 4k in the hole for infantry. Fantastic. Artillery's got a negative now, but it's not too bad. We've got some light tanks, but they're super obsolete. Can we... I don't know. I doubt it. These guys are going to want to move back in a second unless I take them out of their group. Can we pinch these guys off, though? Wouldn't that be fantastic? No, you're gonna wait there, buddy. I know, you don't wanna. Just wait another tick. Alright. You're not quite there. And then when you're gonna need the Russians to kick in, for sure. Okay, there we go. So you guys are gonna hit that way. Come on, Russian tanks, get in here. We can encircle and do it pretty good. I got no one else around I can contribute here. Well, maybe these guys can run over and do... not that way. You're gonna do this. The river crossing the forest won't be particularly fast, but it'll work out. You're doing an invasion over there, but we're good. Moving through here. Man, these river assaults are not necessarily the greatest way to preserve manpower, but our infantry equipment continues to get better. Now, that's partially because we've maintained on infantry level 2 to get the full efficiency bonus. Once we hit break-even point, that'll really be where we look to do the conversion over to equipment 3. We'll probably fall into negative equipment for a little while, but that's okay. We've got no more unrest, which is great. I don't see any anywhere. I'm going to leave the MPs where they are now. But we can most likely, we'll be able to move one MP out of this area and just leave the one in Athens, because that's probably going to be the main source of unrest. So now people are no longer going to be breaking shit in Thessaly. So let's go and increase the priority of the factories so that hopefully they can get done and help us build everything else. Yeah, it's very nice. We maybe should have, well, squeezed it in earlier. It's not like we've been sitting around repairing those factories as they keep getting broken or anything like that. We mostly said, well, I don't really care. You know, we'll leave them be broken. That's okay. Support weapons, excellent. We are starting to research the 3, which is good. We are now officially in 42. This is exactly what we're looking for. We're at 42, and we've got a massive discount to some very, very important support groups. Support divisions that are being used basically in every single one of our armies. Okay, I did not expect that to happen so quickly. That's less than great. So we're still getting naval invasions. So I can't pull too many things off of this. I think what we gotta do is stop the attack over here. What I'm gonna do... this sucks. Take all the red, throw it into the silver. Take the silver orders, make sure they've got that. And we're gonna go and take... I don't know if it matters who we grab for this. Oh, first of all, we need to make sure to add these guys actually to the battle plan. We'll leave the unicorn divisions up there because that's where more of the tanks are. We'll also leave the more elite troops up there. That's going to be fine. But we need to take probably this guy's going to have to just become a field marshal. Move you to a new front. It does bring us to exactly 24, but and if you're set to passive, and right now you're not set to attack, you know, that's fine. You'll probably be okay. The question is, how quickly can people get down to this front over here? Well, temporarily what I can do is add these garrisons to that. And you're going to get, sure, urban. That's going to be perfect for taking Istanbul. There we go. You're going to be taking everything. Good. All right. Get your ass over there. We might give up a little bit of territory here, especially in the shuffle, although there's still Soviet forces over here, so that'll be okay. These guys might push forward a little, but I don't think they're going to be able to make huge movements inroad. I think what I'm going to do is take all my planes. Move them all here. Yeah, to do that. And I'll probably combine them all together here too. Group up. So that's Greek territory, but specifically I'm looking for you to go there. This is the closest airbase to that, so I guess that's going to be fine. Naval invasion over here, we're still okay. And yeah, we'll take these garrison units and move them out of the Turkish army composition as soon as the real forces arrive. But these guys have a fair amount of experience now. The equipment situation is pretty good. They're pretty, like, I didn't actually take the elite forces, but they're pretty darn good divisions. So, I think it's okay. We've, I don't know where the initial lines were. I feel like we've taken territory that used to belong to Hungary over here, though. I think we're okay. Well, clearly we are, because this over here is being held by the Soviet Union, as opposed to, if it was previously Romanian territory, it would have just gone back to me, because I'm the controller of it. So clearly we've made some forward progress, and that's really nice to see. All right, down here. Okay, we're good. We're just going to wait for our organization to come back, and then we'll hit the go button. Engineering Company 3, excellent, and we'll also get the Recon Company 3. That might be our sign to hit the go button, actually, because the extra recon points are going to be really, really helpful. And I guess we'll put a cut in here. Look at this. Our motorized situation is still not great. Support equipment is pretty poor, but our infantry equipment's really bounced back a lot, which is nice. I don't know if we want to add more production to infantry to support equipment. That's a lot of support equipment being produced. Same with the motorized. I mean, we might throw a little bit in there. We might, at this point, want to consider 2 refineries. Might have been good to do earlier, but that'll give us a little bit of rubber. We don't really need the oil, but a little bit of rubber will help construction of a handful of different things. Alright, we'll put a cut in here, and next episode we'll push back against Turkey. Most likely, we're just going to get to Istanbul and stop. I don't think we've got any real ambition to head out over here. You know, maybe the Soviet forces will go. Probably they'll just hold things over here. Fighting these mountains is just awful, just terrible. But if we can push down to Istanbul, hey, that wouldn't hurt. Regain control maybe over the channel into the Black Sea. That's not too shabby either. Thanks for watching. See you next time.